Does the length of your marriage affect your divorce? You bet it does. I'm Kelly Bennett. I'm a California divorce mediator. I help couples dissolve their marriages confidentially, swiftly, 100% outside of the courtroom, and economically. The length of your marriage has some significant impacts to your divorce. The most significant way is this: the ability to ask for spousal support. There are two types of marriages under the law. One is a long-term marriage, and the other one is a short-term marriage. A long-term marriage is generally defined as a marriage of 10 years or longer, and a short-term marriage is a marriage that is generally less than 10 years. The reason I say generally is because our judges have the discretion to make a finding that a marriage that is maybe just a smidge under 10 years is a long-term marriage. They also have the discretion to make a finding that a marriage that is right around 10 years, maybe a little bit more, is a short-term marriage. The reason they can do that is because they take into consideration all of the facts surrounding the length of the marriage. So when we have a short-term marriage, generally the court will determine that the one party is entitled to support for about half the length of the marriage. Now, in cases where there's a short-term marriage, if the case is going on for a significantly long period of time, the court can and often will order temporary support pending the end of that case to one of the parties. I had a case a number of years ago where the marriage was a 7-year marriage. It was clearly a short-term marriage. So in that case, we would have been looking at about 3.5 years of spousal support from my client. However, I had the wife there, and the husband was so ornery in that case, which kept the case going much longer than it should have. And the court kept those temporary support orders in place. So that was one way my client was able to get a longer period of support. Let's talk about a long-term marriage. Unless you have an agreement, a written agreement to waive it or limit the amount of time spousal support will be paid, the court retains the authority to award support, to modify support upwards or downwards indefinitely, except if the supported party remarries or, of course, they die and their estate cannot claim any kind of entitlement to ongoing support. So we can get into big wars over date of separation for the very reason that there is a lot of money involved if spousal support were to be based on a long-term marriage and remain open to the court's jurisdiction for a very long time.